2 years on, feels like we're right back where we started.
That's exactly right. And I think that's the very issue that some people are arguing, that maybe we have to reflect and start again, reposition ourselves to see what's next.
Does she survive? I mean, it's sort of out of all of the options, which is maybe a second referendum, she's brought that up for the first time, perhaps new elections, political crises, a no-deal exit, an extension. I mean, what's most likely to you at this point?
Well, there are a number of, if you like, forces at the moment. Assuming that the House of Commons would say no deal, basically exit, in other words, no Brexit without any deal. Let's assume that first step is rejected. Second one is question will be, would it be an extension of the Article 50 exit process? The answer probably will be yes. Then there are a number of uncertain questions. One is, would the EU leaders will accept, if you like, the extension? Assuming they say yes, then next question will be what kind of negotiations we're going to have. Would the EU reopen the entire withdrawal deal, or they are going to say, no, we've done our job, it's up to basically the United Kingdom to finalize her position again. And that means maybe a very softer Brexit, if you like, deal, which could imply customs union for a long period of time, or even going back to single market, which means mobility of labor. This is the very issue that the UK wanted to avoid, and for that very reason we had referendum in 2016. So the issues ahead are not going to be simple, and there are enormous uncertainty ahead.
In terms of economic uncertainty, January GDP was actually a surprise to the upside. But realistically, are we getting any economic certainty or policy certainty while Brexit is still hanging over as a cloud?
Not really. I mean, internationally, there are many negative forces going on, whether it's trade war, slowdown in the European Union economy and Eurozone economy. At the same time, basically, financial institutions are having plan B to relocate from London, if you like, as a major financial center. And for that very reason, basically, we are not seeing too many positive, if you like, signals when it comes to economic activities and particularly investment.
We continue to see that uncertainty being prolonged, whatever happens with Brexit, now that this revised deal has been rejected. This GTV chart on the Bloomberg showing, though, that the economy globally seems to be slowing down. This is the economic index of a Citigroup, and showing that we're all in the negative, especially when it comes to Euro data. So what's the risk of this uncertainty being extended, of kicking the can down the road when the global economy is slowing down?
Well, there is a substantial risk. The Bank of England has already indicated about this risk if we continue on this process of uncertainty. And there is no question that economic activities are slowing down in different parts of the world. And for that very reason, if you like, the members of parliament will become even more concerned about further uncertainties if we end up with an extension of, if you like, negotiations until June. And I think even beyond that, we don't know whether there is going to be a final, if you like, verdict one way or another. And this concept of uncertainty is going to influence the way members of parliament in the United Kingdom will think. And for that very reason, frankly, I wouldn't be surprised that at the end of the day, they might say maybe we should put a hold, revoke Article 50 for a time being, regroup, and then come back to the concept of Brexit in a few years' time.